His name is Paul Biya. And guess how old he is? 92 years. He's older than the atomic bomb, older than space travel, older than the United Nations, and of course, the computer and the internet. Plus, he's been president since 1982. Millennial, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, it doesn't matter. Everyone was born under President Biya. But he's not done yet. So he could be president until 99 years of age. 1/3 of the country lives on less than $2 a day. Corruption is rampant and security is fleeting. So how does Biya win every time? Because he controls the game. The Election Commission is headed by his ally, so the game is rigged in his favor. Cameroon's median age is 18. Around 60% of the population is under 25 years of age, so naturally there is a gulf. Africa itself has so many examples. Zimbabwe had Robert Mugabe. He ruled from 1980 to 2017. That's 37 years of uninterrupted rule until he was forced out. Equatorial Guinea has had the same president since 1982. Uganda has had the same president since 1986. All these presidents have ruled for more than 30 years. If you've been ruling this long, chances are you are old. Like I said, Paul Biya is the oldest at 92. This is not ambition, this is not service, this is hunger for power.
Now this is what bothers me. It is not ambition, it is not service, it is hunger for power. When you remove the British because they are coming to your country, let's say Zimbabwe, and they are taking your resources, they are going to UK, they are going to England, they are going into London to develop their people. It is their people they are going to steal from. They did the same in Nigeria, they did the same in other African countries where they are gaining resources. But what are they doing right? They are trying to develop their place. And when you take over from these people, you do not develop your own people. When Robert Mugabe became the prime minister in 1980 to 1987, when he became a republic, he became the president. From that time till 2017 when he was forced out. Why would he be forced out? Who forced out a good thing? What if he had become the president and he had been leading his people to the right path and nothing happened? And nobody cares if he's president in 50 years. But because there is always something wrong, that's when this forcing becomes. The same thing happened to Uganda. When Uganda became independent in 1962, almost the same time Nigeria got independent in 1960. The person who, and a group of people who fought for this independence want the good of their people. So how come by the time Edward Frederick Modeste took over and handed over to Milton Obote, why are we still recording issues of authoritarianism, dictatorship, suppression of people's rights, and every form of inhuman act that you should think that is what the British were doing, and that's why you want to force them out? Which was what led to the military coup by Idi Amin in 1971, and then brought Idi Amin. And you could also think that Idi Amin has come to do the right thing, he's coming to help his people. What is wrong with Africa? How come we cannot get one person who could say, I'm going to be in for my people and I'm going to work hard for my people. And whatever it is my people know to live with, I am going to make it available for them. What are you looking for? Food? Wealth? That is why when all the Western countries look at us and they look like, these guys are not serious. You think the same thing would have been happening. Look at what is happening in Rwanda. You might think Rwanda is, Paul Kagame is not doing well. The man told himself, I don't think our people need democracy. So he decided to do something different, not let any other person rule. We might not like what he's doing. We might say, oh, he's also killing people, he's also doing against his own rivals and all that. The truth is, Rwanda is moving forward. After watching the genocide that happened in 1994, I don't think the guy wants to. He found out that people are going to be fighting for power. There is always the tussle between tribes and all that. So he said, I'm going to stand here and make sure this doesn't happen again. And that's exactly what he's doing. If for anything, compared to Nigeria that seems to have all the resources we want, Rwanda from 2004 to 2024 have moved electricity, at least electricity, from 6% to 75%. What that means is that basically every city in Rwanda has steady electricity. Nigeria, from 2000 to 2005, we've not moved from 5 megawatts to at least 6 or 7,000 megawatts. We keep having drills on drills, falling drill, every nonsense happening. We've not improved nothing for 25 years of different governments. So when you ask yourself, what do Africa actually need? Do we need dictatorship who know what they're doing to say, don't do this? Let's compare what's happening in UAE, a country that came together as Emirates and decides to be one in December 2nd, 1971. Almost the same time Nigeria was coming out of military war. So these guys have been together and they have been led by one person who has told himself, listen, I'm going to work for my people. Whatever it is the United Arab Emirates was in 1971, go and check it up now in 2025 and tell me the difference. Led by the same people. Their former president, or what you may call the leader of the United Arab Emirates, Khalifa Zine Tahed, handed over to someone else who is practically the same family, who they call MBZ, Mohammed bin Zayed. And at the end of the day, these same people have been the ones leading this country to the right path. The same with Saudi Arabia. These are Muslim countries who are doing the right thing. How come they are getting it right, but we are not getting them our own right? Do you think anybody would have bothered? Let's say, for example, when Buhari took over in 1983, and Buhari has been the president of Nigeria till date, where we have 5 or 6 refineries working in Nigeria, in River State, in Kaduna, Kano, Lagos, Port Harcourt, everywhere. We are refining our own oil. We have good roads, standard electricity, 24/7. That Buhari said, listen, I'm going to make Nigeria one. Then I'm going to make sure the south, the east, the north, it doesn't matter. It's going to be standard. There are food sufficiency in everywhere. Looking at the fact that the north are strong. I am going to make sure that Nigeria is the powerhouse of Africa. Do you think anybody will bother if Buhari is still our president now? No. The problem is, Africa keep working against itself. That's why these people laugh at us. I pray so much that the guy who is in Burkina Faso, Traore, who has turned out to be doing well now, and 2 years or 3 years is going, will remain steadfast, and may God help him. If that guy goes wrong, there will be no need thinking that Africa is ready to rule itself. Maybe we need colonization again.